Steve Irwin, he wasn't just an Australian national treasure. He was literally a worldwide treasure. I remember as a child watching his programs, being amazed by the things he did. What a sad loss. But it is amazing to see his son Robert carrying on his footsteps. Anyway, let's check out some of his best bits. If you do enjoy, guys, hit the like and subscribe buttons. Let's go.
What good is a fast car, a flash house and a gold-plated dunny to me? Absolutely no good at all. I've been put on this planet to protect wildlife and wilderness areas, which in essence is going to help humanity. I want to have the purest oceans. I want to be able to drink water straight out of that creek. I want to stop the ozone layer. I want to save the world. And you know, money's great. I can't get enough money. And you know what I'm going to do with it? I'm going to buy wilderness areas with it. Every single cent I get goes straight into conservation. And guess what, Charles? I don't give a rip whose money it is, mate. I'll use it and I'll spend it on buying land.
What is there, or was there, a nicer person, an honest, lovable, caring person than Steve Irwin? You can try me in the comments if you've got any names to give me, but Steve Irwin, I don't think there's a nicer man than him. I can possibly say Robert Irwin, but that's obviously passed down.
You're alright, mate. You're alright.
The things he did.
This is his territory and his domain.
He got so close to these deadly animals. Like...
As you can see, I'm shaking like a leaf. And this snake is totally unfazed by it. You're killing me. It's been good times. If the ants flourish, the thorny devils flourish. When he's dealing with animals, he only knows one way to do it, and that is 100%. Might have cut his body leg.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing this. And the snake was biting his neck, and he was like, he might be biting my neck. The funny thing is, the scariest animal I will probably get close to, because I'm a wimp, is probably this thing who just bites my finger. They just don't know what to do.
This is a tiny little baby more. Oh, you're right. Sorry about that. Got my head too close, didn't I?
Passionate about the love of animals.
I get to do the wildest things in the world. Aren't I lucky? The most brilliant, vividly, brilliantly coloured snake in the entire world. I'm good. I'm fine.
I love Steve Irwin used to go on all these chat shows. And Robert Irwin now goes on Jimmy Fallon, and it's brilliant. It's so amazing how natural Steve and Robert and the other members of the family, how natural and relaxed they were around these animals. And it was always obviously funny when the you know, like here Conan, I think that's Conan, and Jimmy Fallon, for example, are actually petrified of these certain animals. And the Irwins are just like, yeah, you know, there's this, you know, clawed, horned, sharp teeth, venomous, and Steve and Robert are just not phased, and it's amazing because they just love creatures and animals, and it's fantastic.
Okay, that's great. That's great. He's got a beautiful white blaze on his chest.
He just gave him a whack. Get away from my food.
He thinks I'm going to take the banana. I gave him the banana.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
Just like my daddy.
Just like your daddy.
Australian crocodile hunter Steve Irwin has died during a diving expedition near Port Douglas in Australia.
He was a charismatic crocodile hunter who cheated death again and again.
Terry Irwin has spoken of the loss of the man she called the love of her life. In a statement read by Steve's dad, she thanked the thousands who offered their condolences, and she's decided his public memorial will be held where Steve felt most comfortable, the crocodile pen at Australia Zoo.
She said goodbye to her father. She did a little card. She said what she wanted to say.
What was what was so devastating, I think, about Steve Irwin passing away was all these dangerous, venomous, sharp-teethed creatures that he had got so close to. And it was the manta ray, stingray, whatever it was, that manta ray, wasn't it, that got him. I would say life is cruel, and it is cruel, but it's just so, I don't know, it just sucks that it was one of the least likely to hurt him that actually got him.
She's had tears.
Steve knew the risks involved with the type of work he was doing, and he wouldn't have wanted it any other way.
The zoo is surrounded by flowers as the gratitude and tears keep coming.
I felt as if I knew him, but I hadn't, but I've enjoyed every time I've come here.
I think, so I said right at the start, he's a worldwide treasure. You know, we get, like in England, we've got national treasures that we absolutely adore. Everyone loves that certain person, but they might not necessarily be as well known abroad. But Steve Irwin was one of those people that, you know, we had it on the telly over here in the UK, and like she just said, she's never met him, but she feels like she knew him, and I think a lot of people would have felt that way, even if you're not Australian. You see them on telly all the time, you see how amazing these people are. It's devastating from all around the world.
Mainly for the kids. Didn't realise how much he meant to them, really.
It's very, very hard to believe. Oh, but I really feel for Terry and Bindi and Bob.
In my heart, I think he was...
We're saying to him things like, think of your kid Steve, hang on, hang on, hang on. And he just sort of calmly looked up at me and said, I'm going. And that was the last thing he said.
I didn't know that.
There's just no one else like him. Ever. And I just want the world to know there will never be another Steve Irwin.
It's hard now. I'm really trying. But I've lost my prince. I've lost my
prince. Just before doing this video, I read how this was 3 years ago, but she's not dated, she's not seen anyone else, because she's in the belief that she's already had the best. She's had the best she can have, and I'm sure she is right. But it's sad. I think you've got to feel sorry for Terry, who has to then look after the kids. Obviously they're growing up, but she's still there to look after them on her own. I don't know. It sucks. It sucks, doesn't it? And it's, you've got to feel sorry. I did this. I did the funeral for Jonah Lomu, and you've got to feel sorry for the, you know, dying so young, the kids, the wife. Yeah, it's tough. He was such a good family man as well. All these...
Is there anything in this world that would want to make me give away what I'm doing now? Yes. Yes, there is. When my children
can take over.
Can take the football that I call wildlife conservation and run it up. When they're ready to run up our mission, I will gladly step aside. And I guarantee you it'll be the proudest moment of my life, and my job will be done like my mum and my dad. Then and only then will I know that I have achieved my ultimate goal, to be able to stand aside and let them run up my mission. Because that's what I did for my mum and dad, and I'm really proud to tell you that. By crying, I've got tears flowing out, and I'm holding them back. I'm trying so hard to hold them back, but I'm just doing what they wanted me to do They created a wildlife warrior. I am that, and I'm able to run that ball up, mate. I'm running it up. You know what? The opposition's hard and it keeps coming, but I ain't stopping until my kids can run it up for me, and then I'll stand aside like my dad. What good is a fast car, a flash house, and a...
What an amazing guy, and I don't know much about his daughter, but I've seen Robert on Jimmy Fallon and things like that, and he is a great... I think Terry the mum should be very, very proud. If Steve was still around, he would be very proud of his kids, and they are doing their dad proud. Amazing man. Such a shame that he's not around anymore, but yeah, we've all got the memory of him. Guys, if you enjoyed, I hope you enjoyed. That's all I'm going to say. Hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you next time.